Hi everybody, I'm Mike, and this is Mike Miller Talks Life. Today's quote: sometimes the right thing and the hard thing are the same thing. Many people seek the easy way in life. They cut corners, take the path of least resistance, read a book summary instead of reading the whole book, drive 2 blocks instead of walking. That's just the way their life is. Their approach to life is not necessarily wrong. It just makes those times when we face the right thing kind of like, I'm not going to do it. At the same time, there are people on the other end of the spectrum that everything they do, they make harder than it really needs to be. The projects they take on, they're always hard and complicated for them. When they're preparing a meal for company, it's always chaos and crazy. The route they take to get anywhere, the directions they give, always complicated, and it's always best to ask somebody else. These people are just tough to be around, exhausting. I know people who are married and their marriage is unbelievably hard. And it cannot possibly be an enjoyable relationship because of how they go about it. They're always going to marriage seminars. They're always reading one more book on marriage. They're always talking about, let's go to a counselor and tweak this and work on that. They can't just relax and go through life together like most of us do. And the marriage is not the problem. These people are the problem. I have listened on occasion to a woman counselor who ends her program with the same phrase. I guess she still does. I haven't heard her in a while. Now go do the right thing. And I wonder if she realizes that the right thing is often the hard thing. Some things in life that we face, that we choose to do in life, they are right and good for us individually. Things like giving up something for Lent. Many Christians are doing that right now. And some give up things that aren't that hard. So it's not really the real Lent. But some people choose to give up something that is a big sacrifice, which is what giving up things for Lent really is, to help us identify in a minor way with the sufferings of Christ and get ready for Easter. Sometimes learning something new is very hard. Recently we had a day where everybody was challenged to not use their phone for the day. That was a hard day for many. Getting fit, losing weight, changing a diet, getting out of debt, breaking free from things or negative people that hold you back, being a good parent. These are hard things. They're demanding. They challenge us. They stretch us. But if we determine it's the right thing for us to do and to do it this way, then don't be shocked when it's hard. Plan on that. It's part of it. Some things are hard, and they're hard because they take us to a whole other level. They require something from us. Things like choosing honesty, righting wrongs, standing up for the right, standing up for somebody who's being mistreated or bullied, being fair, choosing to do the ethically right thing when it may cost you, choosing to live your faith convictions when no one else is making that choice, standing up for truth, confronting somebody when they're making some wrong choices in their life, disciplining your child consistently. Yeah. These things are things that need to be done. And they are the right thing. But they're hard. Right things are hard because we want to stay in our comfort zone. We don't want to make waves. Sometimes we're just a little weak because we're lazy. I know, no one wants to hear that. Sometimes we're just self-absorbed and we want to not put ourselves through that. But the primary reason these second category of hard things are so hard is that they require integrity. And this forces us to dig deep to exercise our integrity muscle. I remember going to the gym once, and I had signed up with a trainer to work on exercise. And she was good. I liked her, and a good match, but boy, she was tough. And I remember coming home and after a workout, and the next day I was made aware of muscles I didn't know I had. And it was a pretty hard day, slow day. Our integrity muscle is a muscle we don't realize we have. The strength of this muscle determines how consistent we choose good character. It determines how committed we are to doing the right thing, no matter how hard it is, and even when no one's watching us, still choosing to do the right thing. And it determines how undivided we are at that soul level. It determines our level of morals and whether we consistently follow our moral compass. It's hard to act with integrity when our integrity muscle is weak. And it gets weak because maybe we weren't raised around a high level of integrity. Maybe we've developed kind of a habit of compromising. We're not that fully committed to doing the right thing. Maybe we've chosen to live a life that is compartmentalized. And I know this is popular, but at its very essence, this is a lack of integrity, because integrity is wholeness, to be undivided. And when we compartmentalize our lives, we're very divided. I live this way at work, I act this way at school, I act this way when I'm with these friends, or this way on Sundays at church. Compartmentalized. Or we're just consistently self-centered and self-absorbed, and we don't want to put ourselves out by stepping up and doing the right thing. Developing and strengthening integrity involves doing things that require integrity. It's just like I learned at physical therapy, I needed to work on balance, and my physical therapist lined up a bunch of exercises, and they all required balance. And she said, we gain balance by doing things that require it. When you need to make an ethical and moral stand, it requires flexing and strengthening your integrity muscle to pull it off. Standing up against wrong, unethical behavior. Standing up for somebody who's being bullied or treated unfairly. Standing up for truth. Standing strong on your faith, convictions, and not bowing down. When you're tempted to do wrong, choosing not to, choosing the right thing to do, and admitting when you've done the wrong thing and making it right. These choices require that our integrity muscle be active. So when you're faced with something like this, one of these areas where you need to make a stand, you need to ask yourself 3 things. And the first one is, does this really need to be done? And if you determine it really does need to be done, then you need to ask, does it need to be done by me? That's important. And when you're clear that, yeah, this really needs to be done, and I'm the one that has to step up and do it, then you need to ask the third and final question, what will it cost me? This is really important. Counting the cost. This idea is used in a lot of places. In the Bible, Jesus says, count the cost before you step up to make a choice. Counting the cost. Every time we choose to do the right thing, it's going to cost us something. And this is often why it's hard. It could be that it's going to cost you money. Could be that it's going to cost your job or a promotion that you've been wanting. It may cost you friends. It may cost you popularity on Facebook. You could end up being the only one standing up for this, and it can be lonely. So once you clarify, does this really need to be done? And does it need to be done by me? And what will it cost me? Then, and this is a hard one, you got to go do the right thing. The payoff, though, is stronger integrity muscle. That's important. A clear conscience because you're doing the right thing. And people will trust you because you choose to do the right thing. Well, I think it's important for us to understand sometimes the right thing and the hard thing are the same thing. Hey, thank you so much for listening. I hope this was helpful. I hope it stirred you a little bit to think about some of the issues that you're facing and the choices that are in front of you that you need to make. Or maybe you know somebody that's facing some ethical dilemmas or tough things to do, and that you might want to share with them and might encourage them a little bit. So thanks for listening, and until next time, I hope you have a great week.